And so, let's look at the effects of bitterness, okay? What happens, let's just examine what happens biblically if verse 31 is allowed, if the growing, filthy infection of bitterness is allowed. Number one, it imprisons a believer's emotions. That's what Matthew 18 is all about. The tormentors, our emotions get imprisoned by this choice we make. Failing to forgive another imprisons a believer in the past. They're completely, I told you that last week, because I'll never forget it. I was a new pastor, couple comes in, excitedly talking, and I said, did that happen this week? And it had happened almost 4 decades ago. And they talked about it like they heard it vividly on the news this morning. That's how clearly they saw it. They were imprisoned in the past. Their lives were totally bound by that event of the hurt. Bitterness nurtures pain. It just keeps it alive. It never allows the wound to heal. You know, children, we're used to this. Children pick. When they get cut, they're picking at it. And then it gets infected and they pick more at it. And finally you say, stop picking. You put antibiotic or triple antibiotic or Neosport or whatever on it and you bandage it up, say, don't, and if they do stuff, if they pick, you even I remember we used to put socks on their hands so they couldn't pick it when they're really little because they just don't stop and it won't heal. Do you know what? The wound never heals if you nurture it with bitterness. The longer the hurt is dwelt on, the more the anger gets fed. See, hurt feeds anger. Resentment grows, and joy is extinguished. This is interesting. Someone can have absolute off-the-charts Bible knowledge and zero joy if they are unrepentant of a sin in their life. Why? Because joy isn't based on Bible knowledge. It's a byproduct of the Holy Spirit. And joy is welling up in our life by the Holy Spirit. But if he is, look at verse 30, grieved because of a chosen, willful, total disregard of his commandment and a going my own way in nurturing this resentment and hurt and bitterness, joy dissipates. And many churches are filled with walking Bible encyclopedias. They're like porcupines. No one wants to get near them because they're so full of undealt with anger and bitterness and unforgivingness. And they just neutralize their spiritual. And forgiveness, energized by grace, will open the prison door and set us free from our past. And it's wonderful.